Hi, I'm Matt Lacey, and in this video we're going to look at advertising on AdDuplex. Specifically, we're going to look at three areas: creating a network ad, creating a direct ad, and targeting your ads. Once you've logged into the website, you'll be able to create your campaign. If this is the first campaign you're creating, you'll see a new campaign option here on the dashboard. If I switch to another account which already has some campaigns, we come up to the Buy Ads section, we'll see a new campaign button at the top. We'll click on this, and we need to specify we're creating a network campaign. We're going to create this example campaign for an app called My Awesome Game, so we'll just name the campaign Mag1, and this is going to be for Windows Phone, so we select Windows Phone. We press Create. The green banner at the top of the screen indicates that this has been created successfully. Now that our campaign's been created, there are a couple of things we can set which will impact all the ads we show. The first is the daily budget. Click the edit icon and we'll set this, in this example, to $10 a day. This is the maximum amount of your credit which will be used to buy impressions on any calendar day. Whether all your budget is used on a particular day will be impacted by how big the budget is and how many impressions can be shown based on how targeted your app is. Next, we need to set start and end dates for the campaign. The default start date is today's day. In reality, this means as soon as the ad is approved. The end date isn't set by default. This means your campaign will run as long as you have credit. Now our campaign's set up, we need to create at least one ad. For our first ad, we'll just give it the name of default. The name's just for our purpose. This is a Windows Phone app, so we need to paste in the store URL. I've got that in my clipboard. We now have to choose between creating a text-only ad or a text and image ad. Text ads can be shown in any app that's part of the network. Image ads are only shown in the newer apps. For now, let's just create a text-only ad. To do this, we need to enter 4 lines of text. These are shown 2 at a time. Let's enter some text. So I'm going to enter some text I prepared earlier. And we can see an example of how this will look on the screen. So you see that lines 1 and 2 are shown together, then we transition into lines 3 and 4 and back again. This isn't 100% exactly how it will look in an app, but it'll give you a good idea. If you find you're creating very long lines of text, you might want to consider and test how these might be clipped in the actual app. And then we click Save. It might be that we want to create similar ads to this. In that case, we can save this as a template. If we come up to the top and click Make this ad a template, say OK because we're sure, we're now editing a template. You'll notice it's been given the title of default template just so we can use it as a reference, but it saved the link and all the text details we've entered. We save that, we get the green confirmation at the top which we can dismiss. Now if we come back to our campaign, we can add a new ad to it from a template. Click Load from Template, and you'll notice that even though I had some other templates I've created previously, they've been filtered based on the type of campaign. So here we have default template, which is what we want. Now maybe we want to change this ad to have an image as well. So we'll change it to be a text and image ad, and we choose the file. Here's one I prepared earlier, and we see it previewed. We can then save this, and we now have 2 ads that will be shown as part of our campaign. Our campaign with both its ads is now ready to go. If we come back to the top, we go back to the list, we find that we're already running. Now we just wait for some impressions. To create a direct campaign, we start by clicking New Campaign, then we come down to choose an app from the catalogue. With a network campaign, we're advertising potentially on any of the other apps in the AdDuplex network. With a direct campaign, we're advertising on a specific app. Here we can choose which apps we can advertise on. If we scroll down the list, we'll see various bits of information about the app. We see how many impressions it gets a day, what platforms it's on, what categories. We see the cost, the average CTR that other advertisers are seeing, and the countries where the app is popular. When we find something that might be appropriate for us to advertise on, we can click Buy Advertising. We're now taken to a screen which gives us a bit more information about the app, including details of where in the app the advert will be displayed. If that's appropriate for us, we can click on Buy Advertising in this app. Ads in a direct campaign aren't paid for with existing credit. You're paid directly to the publisher of the app you're advertising in. You need to specify how many impressions you want per day. Let's start with 10,000. When we want it to start. We'll specify for how many days we want our ad to run. In this instance, we want it to run for 20 days, which is going to cost us $100. We can either create a new campaign for this, or use a campaign we created previously. Let's use an existing campaign. We can choose which one we want. Use this one. If we're happy with all the details, we can click Send for Review. We now wait for the publisher of the app to approve our campaign. If we have any questions during this time, we can contact the seller or report an issue. Once approved, paid for and launched, your campaign will run as specified. There are very few apps that potentially appeal to every single user of a Windows phone. For that reason, when you're creating your network ads, it's probably important that you target them to users who might be most likely to use your app. Here's a simple campaign I created earlier. If I scroll down to the bottom of the screen, we have this targeting section. Here is where we specify the 3 ways we can control where our ad might be displayed. The first way we can control where our ad might be displayed is by having it only displayed on devices in specific countries. By default, a campaign will run on devices in all countries, but if we have reason to limit that, we can do that by coming here and just starting to type the name of the country. This is something we will want to do if our app is only available in specific countries. There's no point wasting ad impressions on users who can't download our app. Similarly, if our app supports multiple languages, we might create ads in multiple languages. We could then have those ads only displayed in countries where those languages are used. The next way we can target the devices the ads in our campaigns are shown on is based on the OS the device is running. If, for instance, we're creating an ad for an app which only runs on Windows Phone 8.1, there's no point also advertising on Windows Phone 7 or 8. Simply uncheck the platforms you don't want adverts to be shown on. The final way we can target our ads is based on the store category of the app that is displaying the ad. By default, ads will be displayed in all categories, but we can limit this to improve the likelihood of our ad being displayed to someone who might want to click on it. A naive approach would be to just target other apps in the same category as ours. In reality, we might get benefit from targeting other categories as well. For example, if I had a game based on money, I might want to target certain categories of games, maybe puzzles and trivia, card and board. I'm selecting these just by clicking on them. Because it's money related, I might also gain benefit from advertising in the personal finances category. It's important not to be too limited in your thinking and explore the categories that might work for you. To recap then, in this video we've looked at creating network ads, creating direct ads, and how you can target your network ads. Hopefully it's all been clear, but if you've still got any questions, please follow up with the support links on screen.